Hi, and welcome to the first episode of...
What's up, Doc?
Alright, yeah, so this is our podcast. It's first episode, and we...
We have nothing planned.
No.
I'm just gonna put that out there
Yeah,
right
no,
now. Nothing's planned.
we're the worst. We've
is
had months preparing for this. We're getting the logo and everything ready. Deciding dates, and...
But never preparing actual...
Never
and
prepared.
no content was actually ever prepared.
No content. We spent the last hour and a half getting the setup and, getting all the notes and everything what we're going to do today. So basically, I'm going to start with news.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, we got some news.
I'll just pull it up here on the screen. So first news that we found is...
We got a church, right? They stayed open despite the stay-at-home orders.
Yeah.
And, they got burnt to the ground.
Yeah. So, this is obviously not something to laugh about.
No, this was...
I'm laughing because I'm nervous right now.
This is up in northern Mississippi. They spray painted "Bet You'll Stay Home Now" hypocrites nearby the church. I don't necessarily know where they spray painted it because the whole thing was burnt to the ground.
Yeah, I saw a picture. It wasn't on this website, which is awkward. This is the website I pull up. But I saw a picture. It was like, in front of it was like a white spray paint. Yeah, but I mean, here's a picture. Let's try to fold. There we go.
Yeah, so burnt it down
to the ground.
The church, I think, they sued the city actually over the stay-at-home order.
Yeah,
saying it was like against their rights. Apparently, I also read that the city had an exemption for drive-in church services. I don't know how that necessarily works.
It's
like a drive-in movie. You got everyone.
So my grandparents, Grandpa Jim.
Yeah.
And Grandma Rosemary, their church had a drive-in thing for the first part. They didn't end up going to it because they didn't want to have to drive. But basically, they had a tent set up in like the parking lot, and you just drove the what is it? I don't get it. Is it a priest or?
Yeah, I guess it depends on what religion, but priest.
Okay, yeah.
Chaplain, whatever.
What's the other? A preacher, maybe.
Preacher, yeah.
Preacher, yeah. We'll call it that. He was like in the tent in his car, and like, I don't know, they just gave him like a church stuff, I'm the worst to be talking about this since I don't go to church, but gave him some church stuff.
Give it,
maybe a prayer too.
Give him a prayer.
Come
on through, get a prayer too.
Throw out a church song.
Yeah,
the normal stuff.
The normal church things.
And then they just drive off. They didn't end up doing it, but now, I mean, like this church, if they would have just waited. I don't know how it'd be in. Where is that in Missouri?
Mississippi, northern Mississippi.
Northern Mississippi. In Ohio now, you're allowed to go back to church.
Yeah.
You just have to keep your distance. Because my grandparents are doing that now. They're not using the middle aisle, and they're having like every like fourth row. I think they're said.
Yeah. I saw Trump said he can make churches mandatory, and like order them to open up. I saw that, so I don't know what's going on. Because I feel like though a lot of people, at least what I've seen, is like. They say, like, stay closed or don't do this, but everyone just does it anyway.
Yeah.
They don't really care at the end of the day. It's like...
Yeah, I mean, like us hanging out right now.
Yeah.
To be honest, us recording
Or
this.
if you think, like, you got the stay-at-home order, but how many times... You go outside.
Yeah.
The streets are filled. Like, there are people going out.
Yeah, the only places I saw that were, like, really on lockdown were L.A. and New York.
Yeah. And now...
They couldn't leave their house.
Even now, all 50 states are partially reopened somewhat.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, which honestly is good because, like, small businesses can't just close.
No, they can't.
Like, even around here.
Yeah, no, they can't.
There's a few businesses.
You just cannot be. And plus, like, what? The unemployment?
Yeah.
It's just through the
everything. I mean, and stocks, too.
Yeah, stock market not doing hot.
It's back up now,
It's
though.
We bounced. I think we hit a bottom. We're going back up. But, like, what, 30 million unemployed, I think? I don't know what the latest number was, but it's definitely not a sustainable number. You can't just have a country... 30 million people unemployed and just be like, we're just going to let that sit.
Especially because at the beginning, Ohio, their system to like apply for employment was so outdated.
Yeah.
That they couldn't like keep up with it.
Yeah, because my mom had to get on that for like a few weeks and like she could not get in contact with anyone. She called like day after day and like the lines are just full.
Yeah, that's definitely an issue.
Yeah, because they're not expecting
most
all these people to
instantly
go out of work and get put on lockdown.
Yeah. But I think churches, in my opinion, are different. I don't think they should have opened. They shouldn't have been burned down.
I just feel like
they
definitely should not have been burned. That's not the way.
I mean, that crossed the
They
line.
clearly crossed the line.
I'm heartbroken and furious, says Tate Reeves.
Tate Reeves.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who Tate Reeves is, but.
Anyway, what were you saying? I cut you off on accident.
I don't remember what I was going to say.
I'm terrible. I apologize for that.
Oh yeah, I feel like what is it? I saw 70% of all the deaths in Ohio were in nursing homes, right? Because the old people, if they get it's way more severe.
Yeah,
so I feel like just church, I guess, just for the elderly that go there. Because I know when I go to church, it's mostly elderly people that are in there.
Yeah, less younger people are going to church now.
Yeah, definitely.
And my grandparents' church especially, it's just
I know.
80+ club.
The few times I do go to church, it's mostly just old people in there. Mm-hmm. And I think for that sake, they should just stay closed because you don't got to be in a church to pray.
Yeah,
if you want to pray, you can pray from your house.
Yeah, you can practice that anywhere.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on to a quick next. What was the next topic? You had it written down.
Oh, I guess so. We got SpaceX and NASA. They announced today actually.
Yeah.
That they're completing the last flight readiness review. They got a launch set for Wednesday at exactly 4:33 p.m.
Okay.
And it's gonna be basically they're launching a SpaceX rocket. I believe it's a Falcon 9. And I think those are the rocket. Have you seen that video where where it lands itself? It
Really?
can just land itself. Yeah. Look, let's see if you can get that up. It really just lands itself back down. But yeah, it's gonna be the first launch of astronauts on U.S. soil since the space shuttle program got shut down. So it's actually a pretty big deal.
Okay. Here it is. Is it the
Dragon spaceship?
Yeah,
so that's what they're launching it on.
Crew Dragon spaceship. There
so yeah, I don't know if that's I don't know which one it is that can land itself, but
I'll look it up real quick. Do you have anything else to talk about? Well, I can look it up.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll give it a quick look up. We'll see here. So SpaceX. What do you say? A rocket that can
Falcon 9. Let's just see. Landing. Falcon 9 landing. That was almost bad.
That could have been tragic. Oh my god.
Let's see here.
Oh yeah, here we actually have a video from Sci News. Shout out Sci News.
Oh, we got it coming out.
Oh, I didn't pull it.
We got it coming out the speaker.
I didn't pull it over, so you guys can even see it. Okay, so we got this video here. This is in 2017, so this has been.
Got a shaky camera here.
Of course, yeah, they need a stabilizer or something.
I feel like the one I saw was way close. This didn't say close up on the.
It did. I wonder. Well, hold on, this is a long video.
Yeah. Oh, we got on.
Oh, it's like a GoPro.
I don't want to know. How did that survive re-entry into the atmosphere?
Yeah, for real.
Without getting just burned off.
Unless maybe it was like.
But yeah, that's just
touchdown.
Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, look, it literally just lands. It looks like you're watching in reverse almost. Like it just.
It looks like a. Bro, it looks like a worm.
But yeah, it's just like.
It's a weird definition. It's how is that what all rockets look like now? It looks like the dive sticks.
Yeah,
That's what it looks
I know
like.
what you're talking about. Yeah,
it looks like a dive
it does look like a dive stick. Elon Musk built a landing dive stick.
Yeah,
it's pretty epic.
That is pretty epic though that it lands itself.
But yeah, game changer, for the space industry.
Dang.
For sure.
You said they're launching when?
Wednesday.
At exactly
4:33 p.m.
Nice.
And I'm sure you'll be able to find that on live stream somewhere.
Yeah,
I think SpaceX live streams all their launches and landings since they can land a spacecraft now.
Yeah.
Besides dunking it back into the ocean.
Yeah, just hoping that it all works out in the ocean.
Flinging it into the ocean.
Dang. Okay. Well, speaking of space.
Bob Lazar. So, I guess to kind of go into this, the Pentagon released. Yes.
3 videos, right?
Yeah, a few different
clips. 3 videos that basically they're like, hey, these are real. So these got leaked a while ago, and I actually looked this up with my dad. The lead singer of Blink, 182, had the company that released them.
Really?
And my dad was like, "That's just so perfect." But so he basically released them a while ago, and NASA never said that they were real.
Yeah.
And then when was it? Like February, March?
Yeah, a couple months ago, Pentagon came out.
And they're like, hey, these are real.
Yeah, officially released them.
So basically, we have official UFOs. So do you want to watch the videos first or watch the Bob Lazar guy?
Let's pull up the video, the footage here of.
So
this was taken from a fighter jet over the East Coast.
Well, we have a few here.
Yeah.
The third one is the one that I found most fascinating, to be honest. So we'll just pull this up.
Yeah, so I think they described it as a tic tac, right? So you see it come across the bottom there. They're trying to catch it with the. They're trying to get it with the tracking. And then they got it on.
Oh! I've watched it so many times. Yeah, so. And then just like talking.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's moving over the ocean.
Yeah.
So, one thing my dad pointed out, we don't know where at in the ocean, so we don't know how big those waves are.
No.
To know how big this object really is.
No.
And I don't believe they said anything about that.
No.
But
I do know though, because I did watch the interview with one of the pilots, that he said like they would be flying up at like, up basically where it's considered space at that point, because the air is so thin, it's basically considered space, and that these things would literally come down from above them. So if you're already up at like 80,000 feet cruising, and this thing comes from above, it's like, okay, well, where did that come from?
Yeah,
it came from.
Exactly.
It's not like, where else is it gonna come from?
Yeah, that's like the other one. If I can find my mouse. This one is actually in the clouds, I believe. If we pull this one on over. Oh, I forgot I'm in full screen. Oh, I'm messing it up. Oh, I'm messing everything up. Where did it even go? Oh, it's still over here. There we go. Pull that up. So this one, the way it moves. Watch closely. This one moves like that.
Yeah, it's not.
And the way this one moves at the end concerns me. Just watch closely here. Going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots to the west. Oh, that's the other thing. It had to be this one. I feel so stupid if it doesn't even move.
But look at that.
Yeah.
Like
there. You see how that moved right there?
Yeah. See, it's just.
Yeah, that right there, that movement.
Yeah, it is.
Not gonna lie.
Look at it. It just rotated like that.
Yeah.
So
Okay, I gotta cancel.
That's just not.
That movement freaked me out because.
That is just not the movement you see on any normal aircraft. It doesn't just rotate its entire position.
Yeah. The other thing is, let's find where he said it.
Going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots to the west.
Yeah.
It's going against the wind. 120 miles per hour wind.
And it's just casually we're just going to flip around.
Yeah, and it's not only, like, because it would make sense that it'd be going this way. And then it flips and it keeps its speed.
Mm-hmm.
This one creeped me out a bit.
It's like, what do you...
Like, the ocean one, like, their reaction to it was like, we got it, yay.
Yeah.
This one, this guy is, like, confused.
Yeah, because he's like, what am I looking at?
This guy's confused. And the way that it flips there at the end, just his reaction alone. Let's see if we can go back to that. Look at that thing. Like, these are trained pilots.
Yeah,
who have seen everything that they
thousands of hours behind.
Yeah, and that was like genuine shock.
Yeah, it's like they know how that stuff's supposed to move, how it's supposed to look, and you have a well-trained pilot up here questioning what they're looking at. It's like
yeah, and the fact that because they obviously know how the physics of a if I can talk, they know how the physics of a plane works.
Yes.
And for it to be going however fast it was going, they seemed like it was a shocking speed against the wind.
Yes, I remember in the interview with the pilot, he talks about how it would make it would change direction instantaneously, right? So and that's just something you cannot do in any of our aircraft that we have. You can't just change your direction instantly. Because if you're in a plane, you want to turn, you got to swing it around. But this one, it could go forward, go back,
even a helicopter,
instantly go right. Yeah, even a helicopter.
It can it's not a direct that's like a hummingbird.
Yeah, like if you're a helicopter, you can swing yourself, but you can't just you're gonna go as soon as you want to. Like
I found the first one.
Yeah.
We won't need this page anymore. I was opening this up.
But that's like, with how it's moving, that means it's not using any like normal propellant.
Yeah, no.
Which means it's using some technology that we don't have access to.
Yeah, it's definitely weird. So here we'll click on this one. This one I don't believe has sound, and
This might just be the straight.
This is like the least. It's just a straight video.
Yeah, but yeah.
But
it's like.
Whoa.
It's like what is happening?
What's going on with this video? I think this is the original, the Tic Tac, right?
Yeah.
And that looks like kind of looks like a pinto bean, to be honest.
You going against the TikTok or
the TikTok?
TikTok.
Yeah, going against the TikTok. I'm not getting enough views on TikTok right now.
You have a TikTok?
I only post clips from like streams and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like,
it's a good way to promote.
3 views. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, if you can get people to notice you, then it's a good way to grow. But
yeah,
that's what I've noticed is like
a thought process behind it.
Kind of trailing off from this UFO here, but on TikTok, like, so many people I just think about how to like just become rich all of a sudden just because.
Well, here's the thing: you can't monetize your TikToks.
Can you not?
No.
You have to get people will sponsor you a label.
You have to get a label. That's why I am not the biggest fan of TikTok. So
but even just people like.
Oh, do you see that? Hold on. Sorry, I know we just got distracted. Look at the shape of this one when it zooms in. That looks like the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, and you see.
I'm a Star Wars nerd.
Look at it. It just takes off. It just takes off.
It was just sitting there.
Yeah.
Because, like, the background wasn't moving, right?
Yeah.
Don't mind my...
Either that or this plane was flying at the same speed or was... I feel like it's more likely rotating around it. And yeah, it just decides to take off. And there's no way we're catching that thing. That thing wants to...
The thing is... Can I rewind it a little bit?
So use your arrows. That just takes it back up by a few seconds, I'm pretty sure. Well, wrong arrow.
5 seconds.
Wrong arrow.
I'm trying to get to a specific spot here. Right here? No. Okay. See, that thing's still in the way. But the shape of it, a plane has the tail wing.
Yeah, this is...
Because, like, this could be a side angle. You can't see the wings.
Yeah.
But a plane, it's like... It has, like, that big tail
but can we also... If this thing was just hovering there, first off, it tells you it's not a plane.
Yeah. That's
if it say
we can't tell that though in this video.
The way, even if it was a plane or a helicopter, it was stopped and then it just instantly just goes. I don't know. Like if it's a helicopter, they dip forward when they fly straight, so it would be angled down. And
I know that from COD.
Yeah, and if it's a plane, it's just not gonna. It's not going to be hovering in the first place.
If it's a plane, it's not going to be hovering.
If it's hovering in the first place, if it's a plane, it's not going to be out.
It's falling.
It's not going to be out. It's not going to be outrunning this fighter jet either. Because that thing went off so quick, you couldn't even keep up with it anymore.
Yeah.
And there's just not
the shape of that.
Yeah, it just doesn't.
Honestly, it looks like the Millennium Falcon. I know. I'm just a Star Wars nerd.
Millennium
but
Falcon confirmed.
Yeah, look at that. You see like the shape because it has a longer front than the back.
What if it's like UFOs are just like Star Wars?
This just in. This just in. Han Solo just lands.
It's real.
Yeah.
It's real, guys.
Harrison Ford has to have a big confession.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm sorry. Chewie walks out of the back room. Yeah, dude. That is. What were we talking about TikTok right before I stopped to pause and look at that shape, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't monetize your TikToks. And the other thing I don't like about TikTok is they have it's almost like a tier system.
Mm-hmm.
You can't put a link in your bio until you have 1,000 followers.
Really?
I don't understand why that needs to be a limit.
Weird.
You know what I mean? I was trying a bunch of different things to try to get a link in there. I can't. I could link my YouTube channel, and then you could like click on it.
Mm-hmm.
But it brought me to that classic like the permissions.
Yeah.
They just seemed like kind of sketchy permissions to me. Mm-hmm. It was like they want to like be able to like edit videos, and I was like, why do they need to edit my
TikTok? I've heard, and we can look this up honestly. If there's something we want to get into, but like they have like the things that app can access. Like I don't know if it's true, so don't quote me on any of this, but it's like they can like look at like search history, access like camera, like access your camera, like
Yeah.
stuff they don't even need. They have access to, and what
Well, yeah.
troubles me is like how linked to China it is, and it's like they got
I agree
all
with that
this.
100%. The one thing I really noticed. Also, I just realized I didn't turn my phone on airplane mode, so if someone calls me,
Well, hopefully
no one calls me.
There might be no video for this
no
episode.
video. Just have to put the logo in. One thing that, God, I just choked on air. Well, now I forget what I was gonna say. Oh my God.
We were talking about TikTok and like how they can
TikTok.
like the stuff they can
I
access.
Okay, yeah. So the thing that troubled me is I haven't done much into like just the app itself.
Yeah.
But when I went to link my YouTube, mostly it's like they want to like the app wants to like see your profile picture.
Mm-hmm.
They want to see the link to your channel.
Yeah.
And you know that's easy. Accept
Mhm.
that. Sure, they can see. They can look at my channel. That's good for me.
Yeah.
However, this one, considering it's not an editing app,
Yeah.
it's not a streaming app. Like my streaming app, what I use to stream, has access to my channel because it directly links so I can stream,
Mm-hmm.
which is fine. This wanted to be able to review and edit my videos. It wanted to be able to like get into my account.
Yeah.
And I was like, why does it need
Yeah,
that?
it's like these are things that the app should not need.
Like I know I'm probably overthinking it,
Mm-hmm.
but in that moment I'm reading it. I didn't accept it, by the way. I
Yeah.
canceled it. I didn't need to link my YouTube.
Well, there'll be some apps I download and it's like permission to use microphone, and it's like a game or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why do you need my microphone? Like that doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah, it's weird. And
It
the other
is.
thing, speaking of it being linked to China, I was watching a Logan Paul podcast, and they got into that. Logan Paul he has TikTok, but he doesn't like the idea of it because apparently he must have read some article that was saying that like it just like looks at everything on your phone.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Like every setting, like it can look at anything.
Yeah, it was a talk. It was actually like a Senate discussion, like in the United States Senate.
Really?
They're talking about how like just like the access and the power that this app is doing, like when you don't even realize the stuff they can
that's
get
what he
into.
said.
Yeah.
He said that the Senate was telling people not to download it,
Yeah, because like
is concerning.
it is because they said what some like the owners, like the top board members of TikTok,
Mhm.
have links to like the government over in China. Like they have ties, so it's like government ties in China, a lot of personal access to all these. It's
Yeah.
like something seems a little suspicious, especially with how
Dude, you know what?
I'm trying to get I don't want China on my back here.
Yeah,
but
we don't want to talk bad about China. If
kind of
we ever get any Chinese viewers, we'll get blocked.
the government over there is kind of sketchy.
Yeah,
And it's people know it's like, are they saying what's true? Like,
exactly.
I feel like they always got like a front, and then they always got some shady stuff going on behind like the curtain that like.
Yeah, there's some sus because like they don't have to tell you everything.
No.
And I mean, America doesn't have to either.
Oh no, our
I mean,
government's
the
just
US
as bad. Like,
But, like-
if you look at Edward Snowden, it talks about how the CIA, NSA can just tap into your
Yeah, I mean, you can
computer
look at all kinds
camera
of
and
stuff.
microphone whenever they want.
I saw this picture. It was a TikTok. I'm not on TikTok that often. Really, I only use it to post because that For You page is just free advertising.
literally,
basically.
like, there's people that post one video and it'll blow up, and you get 5 million views on
the
it.
first video I posted,
So you can get lucky.
right when quarantine started, I got bored.
Yeah.
I made one. It was like kind of funny, kind of cringy. I literally was just out of bed. My hair is like everywhere. I've
Mhm.
since made it private,
Yeah.
but it was just like Schoology was at down.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was like this magic moment. Like,
Yeah.
that was the song I played, and it got like 90 something views,
Mm-hmm.
like 3 likes maybe.
Yeah.
But like, I had no followers.
Yeah.
And I had not told anyone yet about my
Yeah.
account. So then I realized it was the For You page. And what I
Yeah.
learned from me, because I've done this once.
Mm-hmm.
Once have I scrolled down the For You page so far. Okay, I'm not proud of this at all. Once I've scrolled down so far, I start seeing people that are like so small.
Yeah.
Like, not like barely any views, but they're still on the For You page.
Yeah.
Like, like 4 likes.
Yeah.
Then I realized there are so many people out there that just scroll on TikTok.
Oh yeah, they'll just scroll.
And by that point, it's just like an advertisement, basically.
Oh yeah. You don't even need TikTok for the money, just the pure exposure. Like if you can get the algorithm down to a T and like figure out how to get what makes your videos pop and what gets them shared, like you can get millions of views on that stuff, and
Yeah, I mean,
Like you said, free advertising.
I was
like,
researching that last night, like the peak time to post. And
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I saw like a chart for that. I don't know how
Yeah,
accurate it
I
is,
saw
but
a
it's like
chart,
certain
too.
charts for like
I tried
times
it
and
today.
days of the
I tried
week
it
to
today.
post it.
I haven't checked yet how many views it has yet,
Mm-hmm.
but I posted one of the clips from our stream.
Yeah.
Specifically the one where I died in the last game.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It was
It's so
like,
good.
I was just standing right behind
Yeah,
you.
check it out. Watch the streams. But like, I don't know. It's like basically it's free advertisement, but it is kind of sus, dude.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. You know, I always wonder, like, when I'm hitting like don't allow. I'm like, wonder if they can still get it anyways. Like,
Yeah,
even if I'm
honestly.
saying like don't allow, I wonder if they still like if they can just get it. Like, just even
If
having
you think
the
about
app.
it, it's on your phone.
Yeah, just as soon as I put the app on my phone, like it doesn't matter if I allow or don't allow. Like,
Yeah.
they're gonna get it no matter what.
Branching off of that, my dad is big into this conspiracy theory, and honestly, it's not even conspiracy theory at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It's whether microphones, like the one we're talking to now,
Yeah.
and this actually just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they listen to you to like all the time, which they do.
They definitely
Now
do.
the thing is, at first I thought they just listened to you for advertising purposes.
Yes.
Which to me, that's no harm.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you can target advertisements that are good for me, that's better
Yeah,
for me.
don't waste my time with an ad I don't want.
Yeah, that's better than me getting like, for example, I don't have a dog.
Yeah.
Better than me getting like
Dog
toy
Yeah,
ads
whatever.
all the time. But actually, speaking of dog toys, that I watched a video
Just wait,
of this
you're
guy.
gonna get on Instagram after this. There's gonna be an ad for dog toys.
Yeah, no,
or
we're gonna
something.
talk about dog toys for a
Yeah.
bit. There's gonna be an ad. We'll go to a website because right now we have a mic running. We'll test it actually. We'll test it during this podcast. So while I'm telling the story, I'm gonna say dog toys as much as I can.
Yeah.
So this guy went on like a Google like random like news websites
Mm-hmm.
because you know they have all kinds of.
Wait,
ads.
is this on TikTok? You saw this?
No.
I saw a TikTok where a guy did something similar.
Yeah.
And he would like talk or whatever, and like the ads would just pop off.
Yeah. So what he did is he went on, opened 5 of the news websites,
Mm-hmm.
looked at the ads.
Yeah.
They were just like random.
Yeah.
He had just opened his computer.
Mm-hmm.
Then he sat down and talked to the camera about dog toys
Yeah.
and, dogs and dog food,
Yeah.
dog treats, like I'm doing right
Yeah.
now.
Dog bowl.
Dog
bed.
bowl, dog bed, dog groomer,
Of course.
dog, I don't know.
Dog leash.
Dog leash. Yeah, just dog everything. Pooper scooper.
Yeah, of
It really
course.
doesn't matter. He was just talking about dog stuff for
Mhm.
2 minutes. That's what he did.
Yeah.
And he opened up 5 more random websites, and every website had an ad for dogs.
Okay, that's the
And-
thing. Like,
It sussed me out a little bit
it's just like
because, like, so what I do now when I have my mic plugged in all the time now because I have my headphones into it.
yeah.
I mute it when
Yeah,
I'm not
keep
on.
it on mute.
Keep it on mute. I'm not even sure if that's gonna do anything.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
sure they
that's
can still
I
listen.
question everything. I'm like, well, does this even matter? Like, does it even make a difference?
Yeah.
Like,
It.
that's the thing. Like,
We
I know,
watched
like,
that video.
or if like I look,
Dog toys. I'm just keep saying it for the
yeah,
test.
I look
But-
something up on Amazon once. Like, say I look up dog toys.
Yeah.
I go
Dog
to a website, ads
For-
for dog toys. Go on Instagram, ads for dog toys. Like,
Yeah.
it's that quick. Like, literally, just look it up on Amazon, then immediately go to Instagram, and the algorithm's
crazy.
already swung.
Yeah.
This is the one.
So we've been talking about dog toys for a while.
Yeah.
Like what have we been talking about?
dog toys.
Dog toys.
Yes.
And like dog beds
Yeah.
and dog leashes.
And
I'm curious if it's
Dog
gonna work since we
treats.
have this mic plugged in.
yeah, we do.
We're recording on this mic. If this works, that means when I'm recording, it's still listening. Because like I've tested
Yeah.
this before, it does work.
Yeah, it's not even like the mic's idle. But while you're looking
Yeah, carry
something
on.
up,
I'm
just
gonna
talking
do
about
it.
like how crazy these algorithms are and how things calculate. There's this story, right? It's a true story.
Yeah.
This
We need a better setup for the keyboard. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
this dad got like a
Mhm.
like a catalog in the mail from Target, right? And in it,
Yeah. Oh, I gotta turn off my ad blocker.
yeah, that would help.
We're not gonna.
And-
not gonna get
And
anything.
in the catalog, there was like
Uh.
a bunch of baby stuff. Like it was like for you, like
Yeah.
stuff you might need. It was a bunch of baby stuff.
Uh-huh.
And the dad was like complained to Target. It was like, why do you think I need all this stuff for like children? Like I don't have a baby. Like I have a daughter, but she's older now.
Mhm.
Well, the daughter was actually looking up online, like certain vitamins that you take,
Yeah.
and the algorithm predicted that she was pregnant before her dad even knew that she was pregnant.
Are you serious?
So she turned, then like she told her dad, and her dad like apologized to
crap.
Target or whatever. But basically, just from her looking up like some supplements and some vitamins, the algorithm was like, oh, she might be pregnant. Here's
See,
all
that's
this
crazy.
baby stuff, and it's like the algorithm could figure it out. It was like,
See, the other crazy thing. Hold on, I'm just gonna dog toys. Just keep the
yeah,
for the
yeah,
experiment.
of course.
Today we're talking about what our next topic is. The Bob. What's his name?
Bob Lazar.
You said that
Yeah.
seconds before I looked it up.
Mm-hmm.
I put in Bob, and Lazar was the first thing that came up. That is not the most famous Bob.
No.
There's no way. There's no way that's the
You
most.
got Bob Marley. He's pretty famous too, right?
Yeah, he has to be. Like Bob Lazar is like crazy conspiracy.
Yeah, like, I didn't know about Bob Lazar until I watched that documentary on Netflix about him.
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross. Yeah.
Way
Seriously.
more. Like, and this got me thinking about this before the podcast because literally we were thinking of topics. He mentioned Bob Lazar. He was like, look him up. I typed in B-O, and Bob Lazar was the first thing that popped up.
It was like,
I'm not trying to seem crazy.
it's like, man, hold on.
It is a bit weird.
So, hold up.
So what website do you think would have a lot of ads on it? Now, dog toys
Dog toys.
Dog toys. and dog food. What website do you think would have the most? Dog toys.
I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Dog toys.
Don't
Get
like-
it clear. Get it clear. On like what? What should I go on? Can I do this? Oh, that's a bit better. What would have a lot of ads?
Just like a normal web page. Just look up something. Just look up how to.
I look up dog toys.
Oh wow! No way! No way! Dog toy showed up. Look up.
What Amazon?
Yeah.
If we go to Amazon.
No, okay. Go to Amazon.
Oh, bro, hey,
What if
there it is.
What if it came like dog toys like first thing?
There we go. All right, so let's just go to
look up dog toys on Amazon. Just look it up, and I go to another website and see if ads start popping up for it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So I don't see anything about dogs
These
here.
aren't necessarily ads though.
Yeah, these
are
aren't
just,
ads. Yeah,
this is just like their homepage, you know. So yeah, just look up dog toys.
It's just dog toys. I mean, you gotta look up like dog food and stuff.
Yeah.
We'll click around a little bit. Dude, okay, that's cute. Look at that. Little, what does that say? Zippy? Zippy paws? Nice.
Fantastic looking.
Dog food, maybe?
Yeah, a bunch of dog related stuff.
Just interact with it a little bit.
Yeah, give it what it wants.
Give it what it wants. What do you want? Oh, blue? That's the best, right? According to the commercials.
Yeah, look at this. It even got me
Look at
what they
that.
say in the commercials.
Wow. For a large breed adult. Amazing.
Fantastic.
So now let's just test it out. Because we've been saying dog toys. What website would have a lot of ads?
I feel like I don't know.
I feel like one of those like fake news, like
Yeah, you get like the Guardian or something like that. Because I feel like those always have a bunch of ads like down the side and everything, you know.
The Guardian. I'll go U.S. News here. I think my ad blocker. Freak you. Turned you off a million times. I don't know what I just said I was okay with. I feel like it's still blocking ads.
Well, hold on. Go. When you refresh it, does it turn it back on?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how ad blocker. I did not request. Yeah, look, no, it's not blocking anything.
Well, there's no ads on here. Click on an article, and then maybe ads will pop up. Just click on an article.
Donald Trump. Whoa.
Ooh, okay, well, we got Adidas running shoes.
Okay, that's not dog toys.
Dang, we got
Masks.
masks.
We were talking about masks earlier, though. So we don't... Only 2 ads, really? I was expecting a million more.
I was expecting... Dude, I swear, like, on
I swear
my
you-
phone, it's so polluted with ads.
Yeah. The other thing is, recently, this has been happening a lot more. So on our test, I guess we failed. I'll put a graphic over. Failed.
Yeah, guess we failed the test.
We failed the test.
Even though...
No
they
dog toys.
still listening.
No, yeah,
They're still
no, for
listening.
me,
They're still
it came out.
watching
It was like
everything.
proven that they listen for ads,
Yeah.
but they listen for more, like searching. My dad,
They definitely do,
he
yeah.
loses it every time. We'll be talking about something at the dinner table.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be like, "Let me look it up," and he'll type in one letter and it'll come up.
Yeah.
And he's like,
He's like, how?
He like looks at like, "I've been telling you," and he like loses it.
No, they definitely do.
Definitely do, 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Where were we? We were on TikTok. We had some more topics here.
Well,
Bob.
Bob Lazar.
Bob. Our main man, Bob.
Former U.S. government scientist. Worked
you
in
can
Area
explain him.
51. Basically, there's a documentary on Netflix about it. I recommend checking it out. It's called Bob Lazar UFO Flying Saucers, I'm pretty sure. Or just like a Bob Lazar, it'll come up. But basically, he just talks about how he worked to Area 51. He worked on reverse engineering like what it was a gravitational like propulsion system from UFOs that crashed and then landed. So
yeah. So for those of you out there who don't know what reverse engineering is, it is taking something, taking it apart, and trying to figure out how it works.
Yes.
That's the very basic, definition of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have this article here.
Or clip.
Clip, yeah, not article.
LAS aired a live interview
From Vegas,
with an anonymous
man.
who made
Channel 8 News
in Vegas.
in Las Vegas.
This is
Brian Loftus.
Denise.
Denise.
She looks like someone I know, but I'm not gonna say who. She looks like one of the soccer moms.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can tell which, because we used to play soccer.
Like, are you like one that used to be at like the
one of our one of the soccer moms that used to be prominent. And CAK and
I don't want to be saying anything right
No,
now.
no. But I'm just saying she does. Like,
yeah. No, I got it.
I'm saying, wonder if you can picture it.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
The propulsion system, the power source is an antimatter reactor. This technology does not exist at all.
The claim sounded like Hollywood sci-fi. Months later, when his identity was revealed, Bob Lazar said he worked at a secret facility near Groom Lake, where alien technology was being reverse engineered, that is, taken apart to figure out how it worked and whether the Pentagon could duplicate it. This is the simple drawing he made at the time.
Here, now I had access and was permitted to view and look at the operation of this main level with the gravity amplifiers.
Before I forget about it.
The premise seems less preposterous now. In a new documentary about Lazar, he describes in detail the spacecraft he worked on 30 years ago.
Detail.
The craft that I worked on, that when it's going to travel a long distance, that is how it operates. It flies
Yeah, so here you can only see him reacting.
Yeah.
Reacting to the video we showed you earlier.
Yeah, so he came out, this was a while ago,
Yeah.
when he decided to say that he, like, reverse engineered it. I mean, allegedly.
Yeah, what did it say? 1989, I think, is when he first.
Yeah.
His first appearance, he didn't even show his face. He wanted a false name.
It was like
Dennis.
witness protection.
Yeah, false
program.
name Dennis, and then came out a bit later, showed his face.
So, this is all, we gotta say allegedly, because we don't know.
Yeah, it's always up to speculation.
We don't
right?
know if he's telling the truth or not.
Nothing is ever.
The government has not said anything about it. So, allegedly, he explains, I don't know if you could tell from the video, but that the UFO would, like, go like that when it flew.
Mm-hmm.
Like, take off like that. And in the videos they just released that we were talking about earlier, before we got on with TikTok or whatever else we were talking about, the UFO does that.
Yeah.
It takes off and it went like that.
Yeah, he's talking here about how it's flying exactly how he would.
Yeah,
expect
exactly
it
how
to.
he described it, which, I mean, it lines up.
Well, here's a little thing.
Everything's
Here's
lining
a little
up.
thing that's like hits you with a twist, right? Is Edward Snowden, right? He had access to like all the government files and everything, and he's like, he says that he searched through everything and found no evidence of any files on UFOs.
Really?
Which is like, so he said unless it's like buried deep, he said he did not find anything, and it's like. That's what makes because like you see stuff
and then
like
these are just
yeah,
released.
it's like you see stuff like this, and you got this guy who's talking about how he worked Area 51, worked on all this stuff, and you have another guy that's like, well, I went through all the government files, and there's nothing about any of this, and it's like you're at a crossroads now, and it's like
Yeah.
and it's like because all this other stuff he said was true, and it's like,
Dude, it's
there's a lot more to be discovered for sure.
yeah. Like, yeah, that is out here with the stutter.
Dude,
Yeah, that is. Yeah. That's
just
that.
makes you think.
That's
it's
that,
like
man.
it's like the, what
I
else?
don't know where I was
What
going
else is
with
there
that.
to say? Like,
Yeah, it's. I don't know. This guy. I think. I remember what I was trying to say now. I was stuttering because I was still like processing what I was going to say. The fact that this guy came out a while ago. What was it? 89.
Yeah, 1989, I believe, is what the date said on there.
Said all this stuff about how it would work, how it would fly, how it would look like when it's flying, and all this stuff. And then these videos are released, and it matches his description perfectly.
Yeah,
that's a little sus to me. It's all alleged. I'm not taking any sides here.
Yeah, no. Obviously, this is not like the proof. We have final proof of something else. Like, it's going to take a while.
Yeah, I mean,
there's more we need to discover.
When the government released these videos, they made sure they didn't even call it UFOs. What do they call it? Unidentified UAP.
Yeah, they
Is
changed.
it UAP?
Yeah,
Unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Yeah,
Or-
they changed the name up. I remember that.
They didn't because UFO is so like correlated with aliens.
Yeah.
They changed it.
Yeah, they threw it out. Which, why you gotta do that?
Makes sense.
Keep the UFO, dude. It's the classic.
It makes sense though.
It's classic.
It makes sense because they don't want to say that this is aliens because then
Well,
all of a sudden America's crazy and we all
technically
believe
UFO does not mean aliens, right?
Yeah, but people.
Everyone associates it with it, but
Yeah.
by definition,
I mean, in reality, it could just be like in the Cold War, a Russian spy plane would be a UFO
yeah,
because we don't know what it is.
yeah. Well, there could
Flying
be
over.
there could be something flying over.
Literally,
I don't know what it is.
could-
Okay, it's a
You could
UFO.
throw a balloon up in the sky.
Someone else doesn't know what it is. It's
That's
UFO.
an-
It's
that's
a
a
UFO to
It's
them, but not to
unidentified flying object.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
It's a UFO to them, but we know what it is. So it's like,
Yeah, the new name actually sounds more alien like.
yeah,
Unidentified aerial phenomenon.
phenomenon. Yeah, yeah.
I believe that's it. I should probably check.
No, it's something like
We've
that.
said that a few times. I'll check real quick. Because with my luck, oh, I meant to open that over here. Where'd my mouse go, dude? There it is. With my luck, it's not that. So what I say, UAP? Is that it?
No, I don't see anything coming on.
Unidentified aerial phenomenon? Oh no, is that not it?
Look up AFV. See that
AFV?
aerial. I don't know. I feel like I heard that.
American's
somewhere.
Funniest Home Videos?
Yeah. No,
I
I
doubt
don't
they
know.
did.
I don't remember what it was. I know what you're. I know they changed it though. I remember that
New name
for UFO.
for UFO. It's just that simple.
New name generator. Is that what people do?
UAP? Is that what I just said?
UAP craps.
Wait, did I mess that? What did I type in there? Craps.
Craps.
What the heck? That's a terrible name. Let's see. Craps, dude? No, wait. What does that stand for?
Click on that. See what it says.
Apparently my Wi-Fi is slowing down.
Chugging. UFOs, UAPs, and craps.
Yeah, unidentified aerial
What the heck?
aerial phenomenon. Okay. What does crap stand for?
Let's just both leaning in here trying to read.
Yeah. This was more to watch videos on, not read whole articles.
Yeah, seriously. I just look at. Does it even explain what craps is supposed to mean?
It doesn't. That's a load of crap.
All right, I'm gonna
Alright,
get out of here now.
Dude, Yeah, I don't see it.
That is just.
What does crap mean?
I don't understand how you could put that.
Put down the title.
Make an article about.
Oh, wait. Whoa. Completely ridiculous alien piffle. Okay, so whoever wrote this, it says what I call crap. Completely ridiculous alien piffle. I thought it was a real one. I thought it was like
Yeah, no,
I thought the government actually named it
they're
crap.
just joshing us.
Yeah, they're joking. You can put that in the title. That's the only reason I clicked on this. But basically, I was right. It's a UAP.
Yeah.
A unidentified aerial phenomenon, which that word right there comes off as more alien-like.
Yeah, I
than
agree.
Object.
Yeah, I agree. It makes it seem more like otherworldly.
Yeah, because like phenomena. I don't know how to pronounce that, to be honest. I'll mess it up, but I don't know. That just seems more crazy. Guess we
All the amplifiers
continue
to
this
power,
here.
and, it shoots off in that direction. It doesn't fly as it would in the science fiction movies. It flies with the belly.
I just realized something.
Forward.
If the description of
I don't
a
have the desktop
spacecraft
audio
tilting
recording that,
sounds
so we
familiar,
gotta hope that is picking it up.
take a look at the so-called gimbal UFO, a video released by the Pentagon in 2017. Naval pilots encountered a fleet of these unknown craft off the coast of Florida in 2015.
A fleet?
A fleet.
Wait a second.
Dozens of
Yeah.
similar encounters.
Is that the only one they
The
recorded?
spike in UFO incidents prompted a
Because
recent
there's the one we already
policy change
watched.
by the Navy, which announced it wants to encourage its pilots to report future incidents. Pentagon officials.
You know, so like in the interview I watched, he talks about how like, first of all,
17 months
these
ago.
things are spotted all the time on the radar, but no one ever hears about them because there's no need. If you're on a ship, you see one off the radar. Okay, who cares? It's not messing with me.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I don't need to report it. But like, he said, yeah, there'll just be sometimes like
Oh, that's it.
tons
That's
of
what
them,
it was.
tons of them just
Yeah.
just sitting out there,
Yeah.
just chilling. What were you gonna say?
So one of the videos that we watched earlier. I'm not gonna bring it back up. I already X'd out of it.
Which one are you referring to?
Like one of the 3 that they released.
Oh, okay. So the footage of the UFO.
There is a guy that says, oh, "Look at the radar." He says that.
Yeah.
And then he says like there's a whole. He says something about being more than one.
Yeah, no.
I forget how he words it.
Yeah,
he may even use the word fleet.
Yeah, no. The pilots have confirmed that there are multiple of them that just
Show up.
drop in from the atmosphere, hang out for a little bit, and
Dip.
shoot off wherever they came from.
That's crazy. Where would they come from?
And it's like, where do they come from? Why did they come here? And why did they just sit there? Are they just watch? Are they just watching us?
It might just. I mean, if.
But here's the other theory, right?
This getting like deep into alien.
Dude, here's the other theory, right? It's like they don't communicate with us or they don't talk to us because we're not advanced enough. It's like they compare it to us trying to talk to an anthill. It's the same thing with aliens and us, right? They look at us, maybe they come here and observe us,
yeah.
But they're like, what am I supposed to say to
Stick
these
probes
guys?
up places
It's
where
like,
probes should not be stuck.
Yes. It's like, what am I supposed to say to these guys?
Classic.
It's like, there's nothing I can say here. Or maybe they can't say anything at all. Like, maybe they're so advanced they don't even need speech.
They like, telepathically
speak.
What if they... The thing is, like, I guess if they have advanced, like, light speed technology.
Mm-hmm.
Like, once again,
gravity.
Back to Star Wars stuff here.
Really getting...
They can move that fast. Because where would they come from? This is the only, by human standards, inhabitable planet.
Yeah. So I guess...
Like, within, like, a large radius.
Yeah, so I guess either they would have to come from some place that we have no clue about, or they would come from a place that would completely change our understanding on what it means to
have life, yeah.
For life to be sustainable.
Because we think we need water and oxygen.
We need, Goldilocks zone, right temperature, water, oxygen, carbon, all this stuff. I mean, it's totally fair to say, we just say, they can't breathe, whatever, like, they can't drink mercury or something like that. Like, you don't know. I guess it's all up in the air.
There could be a completely different way of life, way of making life.
Yeah, because
I don't know what the wording is.
Our life is carbon-based, but there could be other life that's not carbon-based. It doesn't need any of the stuff we need to survive. It's just... The universe is a big place, man. There's a lot of stuff. A lot of shady stuff going on in there you don't know.
I watched a Vsauce video about that. I watched a lot of
here's the other thing,
a lot of Vsauce videos.
It's like what? If infinity is real, and if the universe goes on forever, particles are not infinite, right? They're finite.
Yeah.
Which means that all particles at some point repeat. Therefore, as we are all made out of particles, everything is just repeating. Somewhere in the universe, all this is happening the same exact.
Voice. Oh, no. Now, you're getting into parallel universe type stuff.
Yes.
Now, I watched a video. I'd love to pull it up right now.
What do you think about that parallel universe? What are your thoughts?
I'll explain my thoughts real quick as I'm pulling this up. So, I watched. Oh, I can't even.
That the military has secretly studied UFO
pause.
There we go.
Figure out the technology.
Okay, sweet. I watched a video. I think they're real.
Yeah.
Because of this video.
Definitely.
Now.
I also want to talk. I'll talk about it once you're done. I have nothing.
You can talk real quick if you'd like while I'm looking this up.
Have you ever heard of what's called the other worlds theory? It's basically proven, right? About how when you look at a particle...
This is it, right here.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well then just let it play.
So, this guy... Also, I would like to apologize right now, since we're watching a lot of videos in this podcast. I have my audio set up wrong. And it's not actually recording the audio from the computer. You're going to have to hear from the speaker. So if you can't hear it that well... Yeah, just move the speaker a bit closer. Yeah, that should work. Honestly,
well,
that's loud.
Yeah, this is a good.
If this doesn't pick it up,
this doesn't pick it up, then I don't know.
We're failures. If you couldn't hear anything till now, I'm sorry.
I just don't want to tell you honestly.
But it's all based off the Schrodinger? Honestly, I don't know how to pronounce it.
A portion of this video was sponsored by Norton 360.
Whoa, we cannot have this in here.
Classical
You're not sponsored by
mechanics
Norton
is great.
360.
Yeah.
If you know the state of the
We are so broke.
velocity of a particle, then you can use an equation, Newton's second law, to calculate what that particle will do. If you
Speaker just
in quantum mechanics,
failing.
Yeah,
if you know
of
the
course.
quantum
Right now.
state
Let me
of a
find the part
particle,
where he
that
talks
is
about
its
the
wave
cat.
function, you can use the Schrödinger equation to calculate what that
Schrödinger.
particle will do.
Does this
And
talk about how like when a particle splits, it has to go in two different
different-
directions,
yeah,
but
but yeah,
but you
it's-
can only observe it going one direction?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which means
I was-
there's another direction. So
Yeah.
while this is loading,
Does the
apparently-
I feel like we
poison
can.
and the cat
I
die?
honestly feel like we can just explain it better. We can just explain it ourselves.
Well,
right?
this little portion of the video right here explains it really well.
Okay.
So it's this cat experiment, which rest in peace to the cat. Poor cat.
Anyway, the whole point of the experiment is to magnify the state of the atom up to the state of something macroscopic and tangible. He could have picked anything. It didn't have to be alive, but Schrödinger selected a cat. If the atom decays, the detector detects radiation, releases the poison, and the cat dies. If the atom doesn't
Pretty sad
decay,
experiment.
the detector doesn't detect radiation, poison is not released, and the cat remains alive. Since the state of the
Pretty
cat
simple.
and detector apparatus are directly tied to the state of the atom, we say they are entangled. Where things get weird is that according to quantum mechanics, the state of the atom does not have to be either decayed or not decayed. Generally, it's in a superposition of both, decayed and not decayed at the same time, assuming no measurements have been made.
Is that what you're talking
Yeah.
This position state the atom gets entangled with the detector, and then the cat. So after some time, the wave function of
There it is. So
Essentially, what that just went over.
what they went over is this is just a more scientific
Yeah.
explanation of what we're about to say.
Yeah.
Anytime an atom changes on the molecular
Yeah.
level.
Or you look at a particle even.
Yeah. So like right now, we're looking at the camera.
You look at a particle, you become entangled with it, essentially. You are binded to that because the particle is sending particles, I suppose,
Particle.
to your eyes. right? So
Particles,
you're
particles,
entangled.
particles.
I don't
So,
know all the scientific...
I saw something. It was like anytime you do something that involves a change of an atom. So I move my mouse, as you can see on my screen, to the left. There was a chance of me moving it to the right, and changing the atom a different way.
Yeah.
Which means like, and it splits.
So it's
and it
essentially,
slowly
so
branches off.
It's essentially like this. You can split an atom in a reactor, right?
Yeah.
And we know fundamentally through math, like this is facts, we know this, that the atom splits in both directions. But for some reason, when we monitor it, it'll either only split on the left or the right side. We can only see one of the sides pop up, which means in another world somewhere, and basically once the atom splits, it splits into two separate universes. And in one, on your machine, it's reading that it's split on the left, and then the other one, it's reading that it's split on the right. So basically, anytime there's a change within a particle, or I guess an atom, you could say, the universe basically splits. And in one, that particle is split to the left, and in the other universe, that particle is split to the right. And it's basically just proof that...
Yeah, this is all very dumbed down, what we are saying at
Yeah.
least. This whole video, I'd recommend checking it out.
This-
You can see the title. I'll display the title
It's
right
called
now.
The Other Worlds Theory. You can just look it up. There's so much
Yeah.
information on it. The people
This
that
video
can explain
specifically-
it much better, much more in depth.
This guy, he interviews two scientists. This video, for people listening on Spotify or whatever else it's posted on, is it's called Parallel Worlds Probably Exist, Here's Why. And, for those of you watching, you already saw it.
Yeah,
so.
you just saw a clip.
And you just heard me say it. Great.
There it is.
But basically, anytime, like right now, just us sitting here,
Yeah.
you touching your hat,
Yeah, I'm touching my hat here.
there's something where it went in a slightly different direction,
Yeah.
and then it splits off,
It
and
splits
now
off.
there's a new version of us,
Yeah.
somewhere out there, and now, so like, there essentially, when we were kids, we've been friends since we were kids.
Yeah.
That's a topic for another podcast.
No, that's a story of another time.
But there could have been a time where something happened, we're not friends anymore.
Yeah, there's a
version out there of
another
me that's probably dead.
There's another. Oh yeah, there's plenty of universes for everyone where you're dead, someone you know is dead.
Yeah.
You met this person. There's universes where you got rich.
Yeah.
But you don't live in that universe. So it
There's a
doesn't matter.
universe where this YouTube channel is actually relevant.
Yeah.
To more than
Yeah,
just us.
there's a universe where this YouTube channel is #1 subscribed, probably.
Yeah.
With how many possibilities? There
There's probably one where social productions took off.
But not this one.
Not this one. No.
But not this one.
No, and this one, no. We're sitting at 38 now. Not good.
Anyway.
Not great.
Anyway.
New topic. No, actually, same topic. New direction. We don't
New
even talk about
direction.
my failing fails. But yeah, basically, if you're out there, just know that there's a version of you that's probably dead. So you're doing better than them.
But there's also a version of you that's just having a way better life.
Yeah, there's a version of you that's rich.
Just having the life you dreamed of, and they're living it.
There's a universe where you don't exist.
There is a universe where you don't exist.
There's a lot of universes where you don't exist. Where your parents never met. Where your grandparents never met. It begins to... Because we're... Like, science, how it's progressing. We're learning about this stuff now.
Yeah.
But if we're just learning about it, this has been happening for a while.
Oh, yeah.
This is basically Rick and Morty.
I don't know why.
Rick and Morty has parallel universes.
Yes, they do.
And...
It's just like
there was a talk in this
Mm-hmm.
video specifically towards the end. They talk to one. If we can figure out how to go back and forth,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I wonder if
crazy.
it's possible just to skip in between them. You know,
like Rick and Morty. They ruin their universe, and they they ruin their universe.
you skip to a new one.
Yeah,
It's not even a
they went to
problem.
another one where they don't exist.
Yeah.
Essentially, and we're gonna be wrapping it up soon anyway. And
Basically, if you
Eddie
have
has
the
a problem.
power, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, we can do whatever we want, but that power would obviously have to be limited because that'd just be insane.
Well, if you could have, this is the problem, right? Because I don't know what skipping through. If I assume, or if you can hop through parallel universes, at that point you have the ability to also travel through time. I'm just going to say that, right? Because if you can skip through different universes,
Yeah.
you have to. I'm assuming at that point that also comes with the knowledge of how to travel through time.
I mean, you have.
I'm assuming that stuff, space and
Has
time,
to be
because
linked,
space
right?
and time is intertwined, right? So by understanding the one, you have to understand the other. I'm assuming.
Well, what's crazy to think about it, there's probably, if this science, because this is once again, it's still all kind of alleged.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Like there's evidence, but it's not like completely.
The math suggests.
Yeah.
We're gonna put it that way.
Yeah.
The math
So,
suggests that
yeah.
it's this way. So.
So allegedly, if this is real, as this math suggests, there could be a universe where Earth doesn't exist.
That's true. Yeah, that's very
There could
true.
be a universe where like nothing's happened yet.
Oh yeah, there's
what I
definitely
mean?
a universe where
It could be a universe where humans
just-
came before dinosaurs.
that is true.
Like anything is possible.
Yeah, it literally anything you imagine, there's probably a universe where it is that way,
Just crazy.
which is very.
The one where
crazy.
humans aren't the intelligent ones. Dogs are.
The math, yeah.
It's like that Rick and Morty episode where they go through the. Sorry, I'm referencing the. I just
Yeah,
finished
yeah.
watching that show. Oh, up to where it is now.
Mhm.
And there's that one where like it's like chairs ordering pizzas sitting on humans, and like
Yeah,
pizzas
yes.
ordering chairs sitting on
Yeah, I saw that. It's all just different.
sitting on phones or like
Mhm.
something like that. Obviously, that's a joke because phones aren't real. Like they couldn't be made without humans.
Yeah.
Or whatever intelligent life
Yeah.
form. Like that could never be the living thing.
Yeah.
But
It's just to put the concept.
yeah, it's just
of,
put the
like,
concept of it
another
there.
yeah. And there's one last thing here. It's the other day NASA came out that they said that they picked up some like on a radar system up in Antarctica. They picked up some waves that suggest right now.
Oh,
this is not
I
proof.
saw this. It didn't. Are you about to say it suggested parallel universes?
Yeah, it did not. It did not.
It did
prove.
not
It
suggest that.
suggested that.
Physics. It was something about physics.
Yeah, the physics suggests that there could be a. It's a sign that there is a parallel universe where time moves backwards.
Yeah. Okay. So, I read a lot on this.
Yeah,
when saw
I
this.
didn't look into that much. I heard a lot of people saying it was. I know for sure it wasn't proven.
No, yeah. So what it was is the clickbait title was they found a parallel universe.
Yeah. I saw the clickbait title, and as soon as I saw the title, I was like, okay, I know that's not true. I
The
know.
more I looked into it, it wasn't that.
Mhm.
They found certain particles that just
We're not from
don't-
here, right?
they don't
They
kind of
They don't belong.
they don't follow the same physics that we know.
Yeah. So they think they came from another universe
Yeah,
where
yeah,
the physics are
yeah.
different.
That part's all speculation. Basically, they just found particles that don't act the same as like normal particles.
Yeah,
are.
so they're just trying to figure out where these
Trying-
particles
yeah.
came from. Also, how do particles?
How do you find particles?
I mean, I guess they're falling from space every day, right? Like
Yeah,
microscopic, like particles of the moon fall on you every day.
yeah,
Like that's just how it is.
yeah. But like, I mean, obviously, I don't know much about science. I'm no scientist.
I'm no scientist.
No
Please
scientist.
do
But
not.
how do you even see the particles? How do you
I don't know.
how do you
dude,
pick up
I don't-
those
that's
particles
the
and be like,
stuff,
these
dude.
don't follow our
That's the
physics?
thing.
How
When
do
they're
you know
like,
that?
when they're like, oh, when you split the atom, all this, it's like, how do you even see the
How do
atom?
you see that?
It's like, how do you even know this is happening on this scale? That's what I don't know.
I saw another thing.
That's what I don't understand.
We got so off topic.
Dude,
Holy
yeah,
crap. We're gonna have to rename this podcast to just like we can't stay on topic. That'll be the name. We can't stay on topic. New logo, new brand.
You see, we were so prepared, but I knew deep down we would be fine because I knew we would just drag off on something.
Yeah,
and we would have no problem.
We'd just like the universe.
Look, we sat down here with 2 things to talk about.
I looked over. We were done with the first one in 10 minutes, and I was like, "How are we gonna get time? How are we gonna?"
What are we at right now?
We're at an hour and 1 minute exactly.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, this is about the distance. This is about the time that I was thinking.
Yeah, that's good.
I was thinking like 45 to.
Yeah, that seems
hour
like
15.
a reasonable time because I don't want like a 3-hour podcast. No one's gonna.
Yeah, no one's gonna listen to us for that long.
Yeah.
I don't be surprised how many views I'm curious how many views we're gonna get.
We're gonna see.
We'll talk about this now, but I think we'll probably get like 20.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what counts as a view on YouTube now. It could be anything.
I don't know.
You just click on it, or do you have to watch a certain amount?
I don't go by
If you have to watch a certain amount, there's no way.
No, I think
watch time.
I think we need to go by watch time.
Yeah, for this one.
Because someone can just click right off and it's a view.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, thanks for the view, but you didn't actually watch my
Exactly.
content. Yeah, hopefully people find it interesting.
Before we end, there's a topic I've written down here. Because this tied in, like, we haven't been talking about UFOs for a while. We got way off topic.
Oh, yeah.
Everything.
Oopsie.
Well, somehow we hop from, like, UFOs to TikTok?
We got TikTok, and then back to UFOs, and then parallel universes.
Yeah. All over the place. That's how it's gonna be.
So,
Ninja.
Okay.
What do we got going on here?
He believed to see a UFO, and he released this video, and I watched a Cody Co thing.
Yeah.
And they were like, NASA and SpaceX are like fans of him, and they had to save him because he looks insane in this video.
Is it not a UFO, or just play?
They think it's just a satellite.
Okay.
And
it probably is.
And
right?
to save him, all right, we'll commentate on this to finish this out. So we can pause it, and if you have any jokes, feel free.
Yeah.
Just be like, start talking. I'll pause it.
Okay.
But essentially, a few days after, SpaceX was like, "We just released a satellite. That's probably what it was. You're not crazy, Ninja." Okay. I think SpaceX has his back.
SpaceX is just coming in to save the day.
I'm pretty sure this is the video. This might not be. Did I say? Okay, no, yeah. I think this is it.
Guys.
Yeah, this is it. Okay.
And I were just outside, laying on our like balcony and on the second floor, with all the lights off, just stargazing.
Casually. As you do, right on your balcony.
Dude,
did he say
it's definitely just a satellite? Because you look up at any time in the night sky, you can just see a satellite.
I love how he
around.
Clarified second floor balcony.
Or a plane. It could even be a plane, dude.
Yeah.
There's the lights flashing.
Not even with that. You notice he clarified. He's like on our second floor balcony. Second floor.
I was close to the sky. Second floor.
Yeah, come on.
I was an extra 10 feet up.
I'm rich. Come on now. Anyway, this is.
We have never done this in our entire relationship. Not outside, not in our house, never. She was like, "This is gonna be cute."
This is gonna be cute.
So they've never stargazed. I mean, I don't blame them. I don't
think
I've ever went out.
Do it again,
Actually, no, we did because we saw.
No,
we saw a UFO thing.
Yeah, but they're the only grandparents. There was a meteor shower.
There was a meteor shower the one night, and then the other time we camped out there. Remember, we saw that blue dot just like zip zapping through the sky.
UFO, for sure, 100%.
For sure, 100%.
It was moving like the Tic Tac. That's all I gotta say.
It was. Look, we're not crazy.
That's all I gotta say is moving like the Tic Tac.
But I looked up, and I go, "Nick," and he goes, "Yeah, I see it." And like we just kind of stared at it. The way it moved through the sky, it was like a little bluish, like whitish dot, and it was like zigzagging.
It was going every which way.
It was whack. It wasn't a firefly either. That's what my sister said. No, we're not that crazy.
Fireflies don't fly.
Also, it was like clearly behind. There was like a tree, and it was clearly in the distance. Like it wasn't close. But we're not crazy. We're not going to talk about that. Let's make fun of Ninja.
That could be something.
Freaking shit you not. What I thought was the North Star, which was the brightest star I could see in the sky, was right next to the moon. It starts flashing.
if he was not famous,
dude, he became.
You would think he's crazy.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even.
The brightest star.
You would have clicked that already. He's like, we're sitting there. We've never done this before.
Dude.
It was the brightest star.
He's,
The
like,
brightest star in the
insane.
sky. We're looking at it. The brightest star in the sky.
It's like, yeah, North Star is the
Look at his
brightest star in the
eyes.
sky.
He is like crazy.
He looks
right
like he just saw a ghost.
He has the blue hair.
It's so funny because he thinks he's onto something right now.
Yeah.
He thinks he just discovered
He has
the
his-
first sign of extraterrestrial life.
He had look. He is like giving us like the mom talk.
Oh yeah, he's like
the North Star.
yeah, dude. He thinks he just found the first sign of extraterrestrial life.
And like, no offense to Ninja. None here. Sorry if any of you guys watching are Ninja fans. The blue hair does not help him in not looking crazy. In this.
No, it only adds.
The
to
blue
it.
hair, the
Definitely
wide
only
pupils.
adds. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, his eyes are
His
wide
eyes
open.
are dilated.
He's so erratic.
He's crazy. Yeah, he's going everywhere. He's talking. Anyway, we'll continue. So North Star. That's where we're at here.
It starts flashing, and like 40 dots. They all look like little mini stars just start shooting out of it and falling in a perfect straight line across the sky. Tried to get a video, couldn't record shit. My phone wouldn't pick it up. What the hell is this? What just happened?
That's what I was wanting.
Dude, he looks stunned. Like I don't. Even...
He looks stunned. Now here's the thing. I watched this before I saw.
I guess okay.
Sorry,
No,
I
you're
hate
fine.
to do. That was rude. Hold on. Give you the finger. Give you like the shut up. I watched this before I watched. Cody Co. There was a small pod. I didn't even watch the whole thing. I just watched enough to hear them make fun of his hair, so I had to bring that up here.
Of course.
Not copying their joke,
Yeah,
but
stealing their
it's
jokes.
a good joke to make fun of. So I did more research into it, and basically, like a day later, they were like, "We released a satellite."
Yeah.
But do you hear his description of it?
Okay, dude, that's what I'm saying. He looks crazy. Sounds crazy. First of all, how would you be acting after you saw a UFO? Pretty sure you'd be pretty freaked out.
Actually, when we did, we were like, "Cool."
Oh, yeah, that's different. We were on a different vibe.
Yeah, we were on a
okay,
campfire.
If it looked okay, but if we
Yeah.
were sitting there and it started shooting 40 dots out,
Yeah. So
and also we have no footage of this, so he can either just be making it all
so he
up,
says,
or we don't know what he saw. We can't
Yeah.
analyze it for ourselves. All we have to go off of is his crazy description.
yeah, and it's erratic delivery of it.
Yeah.
The thing that kind of like makes me think there's a fan, like SpaceX is just like saving him. They said, "Oh, we released a satellite flying over the LA area or whatever area he lives in. I think it was LA." And that's what you saw, basically, right? And everyone's like, "Okay, he's not crazy." Think of a satellite, and now let's listen to his description.
It starts flashing, and like 40 dots. They all look like little mini stars just start shooting out of it and falling in a perfect straight line across the sky. Tried to get a video, couldn't record shit. My phone
Yeah,
wouldn't pick it up.
Obviously, what he's describing is nothing like
Not a satellite.
nothing that we should be putting in the sky, right?
40 dots, straight line. Couldn't
Yeah.
get a video. Like,
So honestly,
just look how crazy he looks, dude.
it's nothing. I don't know what to say because like I don't know what I can't look at what he saw.
Yeah, exactly.
So
We
it's
can-
like you don't know.
we can make fun of him a little bit.
Yeah, but it's like
We can discuss it. We don't know what he saw.
at the end of the day, it'll remain a mystery.
He could have seen anything.
Yeah.
What he saw legitimately could have been.
Yeah, he could have legitimately seen a UFO
I mean, he seems crazy right now, but
or a crap.
you got to think
Like,
about what.
craps. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
be using the proper terminology. He could have
Yeah,
seen
he
craps.
could have seen a crap. I can't remember what it stood for. Something alien like Philly or like something like that.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Like it could have been anything.
Yeah.
But if he wasn't famous, people would look at this video.
It's like nut job.
And nut job, blue hair, like he's talking like he's like
Cracked out.
yeah,
like
cracked out 1,000,000 words per minute. He's like, I don't know if you can notice, but he's like this all the time, like moving
Yeah.
his head. He's shaking his hand around, getting all sassy with us.
yeah, but then you don't have the actual
know, he
footage.
said-
All I have to go off is this 43-second erratic clip. It's like can't really draw too many.
Ninja sees a UFO.
Cannot really draw too
Yeah,
many
yeah.
conclusions.
So that's what I had to bring up before we got on the parallel universes and other stuff. Other stuff. But yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up
I think
here.
it'll be end for today.
What are we at? An hour and 10 minutes?
Oh,
This
that's
isn't
pretty-
bad.
no, pretty
not
good.
Not bad. Pretty good.
Um,
Pretty good timing. Surprised how smoothly that went towards the center. The thing is, we're so off topic. We're gonna have to.
We're going to have to get a lot up outline. Sorry for anyone that did not like how off topic I was. Like,
Yeah.
that's just how we are.
The amount of times we switched topics
Yeah.
and then like came back like we just did towards the end. I don't know. I feel like it maybe just flowed better since we were getting off topic.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, maybe we need to get some feedback, see what people like, because if we need to make an outline, we can. But I don't mind the off-topic jumping around.
No,
I feel like it keeps the conversation going.
So anyone who actually watched this.
Yeah.
So like
Daniel, Tony, I know you're here right now.
I know you're watching.
I know you're here, my
Logan,
guy.
maybe.
Logan, if you're here.
Jay, you might watch it. I mean, she said that the limit for her videos were 7 minutes. She wasn't gonna watch anything longer than that.
So she ain't here.
She
now.
might watch
She's
it, but
yeah.
Leave a comment. Text me if you're my friend, which most of you guys are. And tell me if you like the off topic or if we should keep
give us
better ones
suggestions
next
on
time.
how we should run this, make it smoother, things you
Yeah.
like, things you didn't like, give us feedback. It's all appreciated.
Yeah. And we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, I think that's
we don't have
it.
an outro.
No
do we?
outro. We're not planned at all for this, like we said in the very beginning.
Yeah.
No plan.
I guess for now we'll think of an outro for next time, but I'm just gonna do my outro to my YouTube videos, which is actually I'm gonna switch it up a bit. You ready for this? We're done. Yeah, we're done.
Yeah, we're done.